Ten Hag not allowing players, keep working. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag did not allow the players before the Premier League match he will play with Tottenham on Thursday evening and continue training. Ten Hag had said they were expecting a reaction from their players after their Europa League defeat to Sevilla, and Manchester United did so this weekend by beating Brighton in the semi-finals to reach the FA Cup final. United will now apply the same strategy to win against Tottenham. Ten Hag watched the Newcastle United v Tottenham game all week, analyzing all of Tottenham's weaknesses. Ten Hag thinks we'll have a nice win if we stick to the tactic. So what is your opinion on this? Will we win against Tottenham? Manchester United don't want to play games with Tottenham's Daniel Levy over Kane. Manchester United have been heavily linked with a move for Tottenham Hotspur star Harry Kane this summer. Signing a top-quality striker is said to be one of the top priorities of manager Erik Ten Hag. And the Dutch boss is reportedly a huge admirer of the 29-year-old. But United don't want to become embroiled in a transfer saga with the Lilywhites over Kane. According to Men, the Red Devils don't want to play games with Spurs chairman Daniel Levy, who has a reputation of being football's toughest negotiator. The 29-year-old's current contract in North London will run out in June 2024. But he is unlikely to sign a new deal with Tottenham, who have been enduring a very difficult 2022-23 season so far. Despite being one of the best players in the English league, Kane has never won a major trophy at his club, and he is unlikely to win one in the near future. Therefore, the England international is expected to leave Spurs in the summer transfer window. If negotiations for the 29-year-old become too difficult, Erik Ten Hag's side could turn their attention to Victor Osimhen. The Red Devils have also been linked with Randal Kolo Muani, Rasmus Højlund, Goncalo Ramos and Mohamed Kudus, players who are regarded as cheaper alternatives to Kane or Osimhen. How Erik Ten Hag's coaching has made United's defense injury-proof. Manchester United have had a progressive season under Erik Ten Hag, and one of the highlights has been the ability to cope with defensive injuries. This has been particularly visible during the second half of the season as the players have adapted more to the coaching methods of the manager. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was largely out of favor under Ten Hag before the World Cup, and he played just 4 minutes at right back ahead of Diogo Dalot. However, the 25-year-old was asked to step up when Dalot got injured in late December, and he has since produced a string of impressive performances. The right back has revived his lost confidence with regular minutes in recent months, and he now looks back to his best, winning duels and tackles at will. Aside from Wan-Bissaka, we recently saw Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw produce a superb defensive display in central defense in the FA Cup semi-final. With injuries to Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez, the duo stepped up. We won't be surprised if they are the regular centre-back pairing for the rest of the season. In the past, United have struggled when they have been crucial injuries at the back, but under Ten Hag, we have seen players prepared to take up the challenge. The Dutchman has instilled a better defensive resolve with his coaching methods. He has made the defense injury-proof by making best use of the squad depth. Manchester United star Bruno Fernandes could miss next 2 games after ankle injury. Manchester United could be without Bruno Fernandes for the next 2 games against Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa following his ankle injury in the FA Cup semi-final. The Portuguese suffered the setback in the first half against Brighton and Hove Albion, but managed to carry on and was only substituted in the opening period of extra time. Fernandes was recently spotted wearing a protective boot on his right ankle, and the Mirror now reveal that the midfielder could be unavailable for the next 2 matches. The 28-year-old is set to miss the Premier League game at Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, while he is also doubtful for Sunday's home meeting against in-form Aston Villa. Christian Eriksen can play in the attacking midfield role, but the Dane has been operating centrally over the past few years. He is still finding his feet after his ankle injury. United are currently in a strong position to qualify for next season's Champions League, but there is still plenty of work to be done to ensure that they finish in the top 4. Manchester United ready to pay release clause to sign World Cup star Dominik Livakovic. Manchester United are ready to pay the release clause to sign Dinamo Zagreb goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic this summer, according to Sportske Novosti. The 28-year-old was brilliant for Croatia at the 2022 World Cup, and he was largely responsible for their sublime run to the semi-final stage. It is now reported that United hold a keen interest in signing him, and they are ready to activate the €10 million buyout clause in his contract. Aside from the Red Devils, Galatasaray, Real Sociedad and Villarreal are also interested in landing the experienced goalkeeper this summer. David De Gea is currently on the verge of signing a new long-term deal, but manager Erik Ten Hag may want to sign another strong competitor this summer. Livakovic would be a clever signing for the Red Devils. He would provide value for money and has the credentials to challenge De Gea for the number 1 position. Similar to De Gea, the Croatian is superb with his reflexes. He made a stunning 7 saves against Brazil in the World Cup quarter-final as his country won against the odds. Aside from his shot-stopping, Livakovic has also caught the eye with his distribution. He has completed 77% of his passes this term compared to De Gea's 70%. Manchester United-linked striker set to sign new deal amid interest from Premier League clubs. Evan Ferguson is set to sign a new contract with Brighton and Hove Albion amid interest from several clubs across the Premier League. The striker has been linked with the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, as confirmed by Ben Jacobs' exclusive column with Caught Offside. However, Ferguson is seemingly unfazed by the attention and is instead opting to remain with the Seagulls and continue to develop into a prolific forward. According to The Telegraph, the Ireland international has agreed terms with Brighton regarding an extended deal. This season, Ferguson has netted 8 goals and contributed 3 assists in 19 appearances across all competitions, so it's clear to see why Erik Ten Hag has been scouting the 18-year-old. He'll have to look elsewhere this summer though, with Harry Kane identified as a priority target to bolster the club's frontline for the coming years. OTTO Rosengren shocked to learn that Manchester United want to sign him. Mjolby AIF midfielder OTTO Erik Rosengren admits he was shocked to learn that Premier League giants Manchester United scouted him during a recent Allsvenskan clash. Some of the most exciting young midfielders in European football have made their name in Scandinavia of late. And the early signs suggest that 19-year-old Rosengren could soon be following in the footsteps of Eintracht Frankfurt schemer Jesper Lindstrom and Ajax talisman Mohamed Kudus. And the Sweden U21 international is understandably delighted to learn that his progress is not going unnoticed. Rosengren, who can play in central midfield or wide on the left-hand side, has been labeled an absolutely fantastic talent by Mjolby head coach Anders Torstensson, his pose, physique and confidence catching the eye.